Speak to you about this whole problem of missionaries. You know, there's one definition of missionary that says here is a person who makes traitors to his religion. He goes out and he gets people to turn away from their religion. And when he does this, it's a terrible thing. And he's a sneaky little guy that operates deceitfully, and he's got a lot of money behind him, and he's doing all this to make a name for himself or whatever, and he's really just a reprehensible person. And that is one definition of the word missionary. And you know, if you get people away from this book, the Hebrew Bible, you're making traitors out of the people because they're turning away from the true religion. Now, I want you to see something. I don't know whether you can see this or not. I wish I could make it real big. Can you see this? It says, Ish Zemach Shemo. This is found in 2 Kings 25:18, Ezra 3:2, and Zechariah 6:11 and 12. And it says that this man, this Ish, is the Zemach. This is a word for Messiah, Moshiach. And his name, this man's name, is the Mashiach. Well, who is the man? Who is the man? It's not this person. So if you're a shaliach telling people that this is the Zechariah 6:11 and 12 Mashiach, then you're a missionary, because you're making traitors out of people. You're making them treacherously turn away from these words. And it's a terrible thing to do that. You can't do that, friend. And so we're going to talk about missionaries. And this tape is basically a tape about anti-missionaries. In other words, this is a tape that is against missionaries. Are you following me? Missionaries in the sense of people that are traitor makers. Now, what's this thing where people say there's no metavech or mediator in the Jewish religion? What was the Kohen Gadol, for goodness sake? September the 18th is Yom Kippur. And you got to remember, one man, the Kohen Gadol, stands between God and the whole nation on Yom Kippur. When you read this book, we're talking about this book right here. We're talking about Vayikra. We're talking about Leviticus chapter 16. And Moshiach is the Kohen Le'olam al Divrati Melchizedek. Psalm 110 verse 4. And we're talking about being an anti-missionary. Yes, we are. We are anti. We're against people claiming to be shulachim of Moshiach who are not shulachim of Moshiach. This is called fraud and identity theft. And there's a story about how nobody would say that the emperor has no clothes. And finally somebody got enough boldness to actually say it. And you got to remember, look at Moshe Rabbeinu in Leviticus. Now, you see, I keep talking about the Orthodox Jewish Bible. We're not talking about this translation. We're talking about the Hebrew Bible that is the basis of it, that was transliterated, especially when you have important words. Now, in this particular chapter 26, verse 46, it says, "These are the chukim and mishpatim and Torot which Hashem made between him and the Bnei Yisrael in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moshe." Do you see that? A mediator. The Matan Torah was given by the hand of a metavech, or a mediator. And Mashiach is the Melech Yosher. He's the you say, oh, but wait, we believe in a mediator. We believe in a tzaddik. Well, The scriptures talk about a tzaddik, but it's not this one. It's Yeshua HaMashiach. He is the Mafgia in heaven who makes the Yafgia. Look at Isaiah 53, verse 12. It says he makes intercession for us. It says after he pours out his nefesh. You see this? You see this word here, nefesh? I have to point this word out to you. Very, very important word. It says it is the blood that makes kapora for the nefesh. It doesn't say the Yiddishkeit. It doesn't say the mitzvahs. It doesn't say sincerity. It doesn't say religion. It doesn't say doing your best. It says hadam, when I see the blood. Now, anybody that is preaching anything else other than this is a missionary treacherously leading people to become traitors to their religion. Traitors to Leviticus 17:11, Vayikra 17:11. We're talking about something that's terrible here. You look, just because somebody has a yarmulke on their head doesn't mean that their religion is Jewish. This book right here defines what is Jewish and what isn't Jewish. And you got to remember that after the Mashiach pours out his nefesh, and it actually uses the word mavet, unto death, he does the work of a Yom Kippur a scapegoat. He carries away, he does the nasa, he carries away their het. It actually uses the word in Isaiah 53. And then it says, Valapo Sha'im, and on the, or for the Posheim, the transgressors, it says, Yafagia, he will make intercession. He makes intercession. So we see he's a tzaddik. He dies in their stead. He's a metavek. He makes intercession. He's a mafgia. And where is this found? It's found in this book right here. In this book. And we have to go with that. When you get to Isaiah chapter 53, and you see it says Yarik Yamim, he will prolong his days. It's already talked about his kever. Where was it? Back in verse 8, I believe. And then it says Ki nigzar me'eretz chayim. He was cut off from the land of the living. That's in verse 8. And then the kever is in verse 9. So he pours out his nefesh unto death. And there's some kind of expiation because Hashem has to be satisfied. And then there's an empty tomb because his days are prolonged. And then it says he carries away nasa, the het, the sin of many, rabim, and he makes intercession for the poshaim. It's right there. I wish I could make these letters big enough that you could see them. But you know, all you have to do is go to our website, afii.org, and download a Tanakh. And there it is. You can make the letters as big as you want because it's a PDF file where each letter can be made as large as you want to make it. So, are we talking about being an anti-missionary? Yes, we are. We are anti or against people claiming to be shulachim of the Mashiach who are not shulachim of the Mashiach.